guys, welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be making a coconut custard pie, but it's really called an impossible pie. And I got this recipe from my friend over on the Hillbilly Kitchen channel, and I will leave her link below. And I want to thank you so much for this amazing pie recipe. It is so easy and such a delicious pie, and there are so many variations to it. But I'm going to do the one that you showed in your video, and I will also link the video in the description below. But first I want to say a couple of thank yous, and I want to show y'all this beautiful satin pillow that my friend Irene made for me. Isn't it gorgeous? And she put this little lace design on it, and the little lace around the edges. Thank you so much, Irene. And she also made this pillow for me. Isn't it gorgeous? It's satin, and it matches the satin pillowcases that she made for me. And I want to ask y'all to please continue to pray for Irene. She has been in the hospital with pneumonia. She was in ICU for a few days, and then they moved her down into a regular room, and now she is in a rehab facility. So she's getting better each and every day and stronger. And I just want you to know how much I love you, Irene, and how much I appreciate all the wonderful handmade items that you've made for me and my family, and for Zeus and his family. You are such a blessing to me. So thank you so much, and I will continue to pray for you. And I will continue to ask my subscribers to pray for you. And we hope that you will be out of that rehab facility soon and back to sewing and making all kinds of home things. So, well, I have one other thing. I want to thank Mary Kate for purchasing me my favorite L'Oreal lipstick. This is the Everbloom color, and it is number 254. Thank you so much for thinking about me. She saw my tube that baby Ife had gotten into and took a bite off the end of it. So thank you, Mary Kate, for replenishing my lipstick for me. So let's put it on, and I'll show you how beautiful it is. See, it's a brand new tube, and the L'Oreal lipstick does come with a slant on it to make it easy to apply. And it just goes on so smooth. It has no flavor, no aftertaste. It never gets to tasting old and nasty. So I will also leave the link for the L'Oreal lipstick to my Amazon account, and if you purchase it, then I will receive a small commission, and you will not be disappointed in L'Oreal products. So let me go ahead and put my lipstick on. Isn't it beautiful? And this is the Everbloom color. Of course, whenever you look this up, they will, they will have other colors to choose from. I have the Miss Magenta, the Volcanic, I can't remember, and the Tropical Coral. That's one of my favorite ones too. But this Everbloom is actually just gorgeous. I love it. I got my little spike going on here. I love it. And it's going to be growing out soon. It won't be long till I'll be probably wearing bangs again. And I want to thank Jill today for supplying me with this cute little, I guess it's really a swimsuit wrap. I don't know, but I just threw it over my shoulders just to add some color to my outfit. So I'm going to tilt this down so that y'all can see all the ingredients in this impossible pie. And let's get busy. So first, I have set my oven temperature to 350 degrees. Now, the mixing together of this pie is very fast. So you'll want to make sure you set your oven at 350 before you even get started on it, because your oven does need to be preheated. So let's get busy with these ingredients. Okay, so you have to take a little piece of butter, and you take your pie dish and you just cover it real well with your butter. And this is actually what's going to make your crust. You don't have to make a pie crust. You don't have to do all that rolling out of the dough and everything. And y'all know I don't do that anyway because I'm lazy, and I leave that up to Mrs. Smith or Marie Callender or one of those amazing baking companies. So you just want to cover your pie pan real well with the butter. I was thinking maybe I could use the butter flavored Pam that Zeus left here when he was here making the candy, but I figured no, I better follow the recipe exactly as it is, or it's not going to turn out right. And I'm not going to throw this butter away. I will use it on something, probably in the morning on my toast when I make my toast for breakfast. Okay, so I have my pie pan ready, and then we will get busy with all of the ingredients. Went ahead and measured everything out just to make it simple and easy. So we will need 4 eggs, 2 cups of milk. You can use whole milk, evaporated milk, skim milk, whatever kind of milk you have. And I'm going to use 1 cup of coconut. This is the shredded flaked, tender flaked sweetened coconut. Let's see. And I have a half a cup of flour. This is plain flour. If you use self-rising, then you will leave out the baking powder. But since I'm using the plain flour, then I'm using a half a teaspoon of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of salt. And then it also calls for 1 cup of sugar. So I need to measure me out a cup of sugar. So let me go ahead and do that. I will use my 1 cup measuring cup, pour my coconut in here, and I will pause you while I go get the sugar out of the pantry. Okay, so this is the sugar from the 25-pound bag that Zeus left here when he was making candy back in October. I just want to say hi to Zeus, and I want to let you know how much I miss you. And I hope that we can figure out a way that we can do a live feed together. I know you're up in the Smoky Mountains, taking refuge from this coronavirus and staying safe and healthy. But maybe we can at least do a live feed together. So that's 1 cup of sugar. And then I have 1 stick of melted butter. Now you want to melt this a little ahead of time and let it cool off a little bit. And then my 1/2 cup of plain flour, my salt and baking powder, and then my coconut. So we want to blend this together in a blender. Mainly, I mean, you can put it in a bowl and mix it, beat it with a mixer, but it will be all self-contained in here and not splatter and make a mess, hopefully. So we will add in the 2 cups of milk first. If you put your flour in first, then it's going to get all gummy around the blades and everything, so don't do that. So I put in my 2 cups of milk, 4 eggs, my 1 stick of butter, my 1 cup of sugar, my 1/2 cup of flour, salt and baking powder. I'm going to mix this up, and then I will put in my vanilla, and then we will add the coconut last. Put it on the motor here, put the lid on it, and I will pause you so you don't have to hear this loud motor. Be right back. Actually, it's not a loud motor at all. So here are my 2 teaspoons vanilla. You can use almond, coconut flavor, extract, whatever you want. And then I'm going to add in my 1 cup of coconut. I believe this pie has its origins from the Amish. Anything Amish is going to be delicious, right? So let's mix this up. Put it on the lower setting. Okay, and then we're just going to pour it into the pie plate. One of these days, y'all, I'll get it together here in Jill's kitchen. Figure out all the angles. Filled up my pie plate with this filling, and I'm going to put it in the oven for probably about 40, we'll start with 45 minutes, and I will be back when it's ready. Hey guys, so here's the beautiful pie. I let it cook for 45 minutes, and then I took some of the coconut and sprinkled it all over the top because I like a little toasted coconut on my coconut pie. And then I put it back in the oven for 15 minutes. Now, as it sets, it will continue to sound a little bit, but you can see that the crust has risen to the top. So you don't even need a crust for this pie. It is just awesome. It is simple, and I'm sure it's going to be delicious. And we will be back in just a few minutes, and we're going to cut it. And I'm going to take a picture of it now for my thumbnail. And y'all just hold on, and I will attach the cut piece to the end of this, and we're going to taste it and eat it with a big old tall glass of ice cold milk. And y'all just keep on coming back. Bye, guys. So I finished with the pie, and it has cooled. It's been about 3 hours, I guess, since I took it out of the oven. And here it is. And I got me a big glass of ice cold milk. And let's taste it. The Impossible Pie. And I want to thank my friend over at the Hillbilly Kitchen for giving me this recipe and for agreeing to let me share it on my channel. Thank you so much. And I know my wonderful subscribers will be coming over to your channel and subscribing and watching your videos and learning how to make all of your delicious dishes too. So let's give this coconut pie, crustless coconut pie, a taste. It is delicious. Y'all, it tastes like an egg custard pie. Like my mama used to make. My mama, Hetty Hargrove, was her name. Now, if you don't have coconut, you can use pecans or walnuts, or I reckon you could even put chocolate chips in it if you want to. Just whatever you got in your pantry. It sure is good, y'all. It's easy. You don't have to worry about rolling out a bunch of dough and making a bunch of crust and everything. So I appreciate y'all being here with me today and watching me make this pie. And I want to thank Jill for letting me use her kitchen. And y'all just keep on coming back. Good night, guys.